Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Starkey's Farmstead. My name is Samantha, and I am the operator of a 2-acre farmstead located here in Southeast Louisiana. This video is not about celebrating a commercialized Mother's Day, because I remember how difficult it was to get through Mother's Day during those years I was separated from my children. I remember the pain and the hatred of self. And I know women who have lost their children and women who could not have children, who have had to deal with a commercialized Mother's Day all their lives, adult lives, and how painful it is for them too. Today's video is for all women, and men, you need to hear this story too. It's about what we should be birthing at this stage in your life. Guys, listen to me. Your children are a heritage, and they're an inheritance from the Lord. They are a gift and a blessing. But if the mother is walking the wrong path, so will her children. And how do I know this? Because no child walks away from their mother. It doesn't matter what you do wrong. They may be angry with you, Mom, but they're still always going to love you because that is how they were created. You carried them in your womb for 9 months, 9 full months, might as well say 10 months. And they are genetically and emotionally connected to you. So this video is to help the ones of you who today may be sad. And I want to just remind you that you have something to be birthing right now. My pastor said today in church, I don't want to hear about the pregnancy. Show me the baby. Show me the baby. And it hit me in my spirit, guys. And I began to think about what he was saying. He said, it doesn't matter where you've been. It does not matter what mistakes you have made. Once you give your life to Jesus Christ of Nazareth, all God sees is the blood. When he looks down, all he sees is the blood of the Lamb on you. All he hears is your testimony to Jesus Christ. Think about that. It does not matter what mistakes you have made in your life, because God has an expectation for you. Look at the Proverbs 31 woman. All the things that she did. Where was her husband? You never thought about this. My pastor said the Bible tells you. It's clear as day. Where was her husband? Sitting at the gates. I thought about that. I thought about all these men I see sitting at the country store up the road. All the men sitting at other people's houses, chatting and visiting, but they're not where they're supposed to be, right? Her husband sitting at the gates with the elders of the city, maybe reading what they considered a newspaper at the time, spreading gossip. Who knows? What was she doing? What was she doing? She was birthing a ministry. She was birthing a ministry, folks. She was feeding the poor, clothing her house, waking up before the sun, buying property, building businesses. That's what she was doing. Put the Proverbs 31 woman in today's world. What would that look like? She has a YouTube channel. She has a newspaper. She's involved in local politics. She grows food. She takes care of her family and the animals that God has put into her care. To husband. Women, I know how difficult these commercialized holidays can be for us, because we are emotional creatures. That's why they do it. I don't think they do it to honor women, because everything in the world today is on an antichrist system. They do it to tear us down. They do it to remind us where we failed our kids. Well, let me tell you something, sister. You didn't fail your children. You're human. Fall on your face before the risen Lord, before the only true God, the only living God, Jehovah Jireh. Call out to Jesus Christ to forgive you. Get off your knees, dry your eyes, and birth the vision that God has given you. You were created for a time such as this. You were beautifully and fearfully made. You are wonderful. And we need you. The world needs you. The children of the world need us. We cannot consider ourselves failures for our past mistakes. We have to crawl up off the ground, ladies, and take our places back. We need to occupy the territory. Our pastor was talking about your missions, right? Missionary work, or your ministries that you're involved in. And he was saying, it's not where you're going that God is looking at. And I'm sitting there because all of you know I'm going back to Maui. I'm going for a 3rd mission trip. Got a lot of things that need to be taken care of. And I thought to myself, God's not looking at Maui or my trip to Maui. He's not looking at that. He's looking at my faith to get to Maui. Because if you look at my bank account right now, it flat had another heart attack. I'm not going to lie to you, and I don't have credit cards. It is a miracle. It will be a miracle when the money comes in for this mission trip. It will be a testimony to Jesus. There is something not finished on Maui. It is why God is calling me back. And I was sitting there and I thought, he is not looking at Maui. He's looking at Samantha's faith to get from Greensburg, Louisiana to Lahaina, Maui, with no credit cards and essentially no money right now. He's looking at that. He's waiting for me to birth it. He doesn't want to hear me moan and groan about the birthing process, about the time from May 12th, 2024 to August 1st, 2024 when I land in the plane on the island. He does not want to hear me groaning, telling him that my feet are swollen or that my back hurts or that this is too much for me. Can I please have this baby now? He doesn't want to hear any of that. He wants to see me walking in faith. Because if he gives me the vision, he will give me the provision. He wants my faith to have feet, folks. And when I land there, it will be a testimony to who? Not to me. I can't do anything. I am essentially a 50-year-old woman waiting on dentures in southeast Louisiana in the poorest parish in my state. I can't do anything in my own strength, but God. It will be a testimony to Jesus Christ when we land in Maui on the 3rd mission trip. That is who gets the glory, folks. That is who is going to do the miracles. I can't save anybody. I couldn't even flip and save myself. I couldn't restore my kids to me. I couldn't get off drugs. I couldn't get my finances straight. My marriage was falling apart. My body was falling. I couldn't do anything but God. But God. So all of you ladies, heartbroken today, dry your eyes. Get up. Get up. Get off your blessed assurance. Do something. Whatever it is he told you to do. Whatever thing he put on your heart, he does not want to hear your excuses. Don't have the money. I don't have the hotel. I don't have this. I don't have that. I can't do this, God. I'm busy. I don't have the skills. He doesn't want to hear any of that. My pastor said today, we started a Christian Montessori Academy. He said, when I was praying over this, I never once asked God to give me the knowledge or the wisdom to run a Christian Montessori school. He said, I asked God to send me the people. Folks, I'm praying that God sends me the people to see this mission trip fulfilled. I'm asking God to send me the people for some other projects we want to start here on this platform with this ministry. And I believe that God is going to start speaking to people, and you guys will know when it's time, and you'll do what God tells you to do, because you're not staying on this platform very long if you're not a believer in Jesus Christ. You're either getting converted or you're getting run off, because here we love Jesus. I am a Jesus-loving freak, and I am not ashamed to say it. God bless you. Happy Mother's Day, and not in the commercialized way. And the genuine sister to sister, whether your children are deceased, separated from you, or you never had any, you're going to birth something for God soon, ladies. So happy Mother's Day. Guys, if you'd like to support what we do here, I'm asking on this day, on Mother's Day, that you guys donate to our Maui 3 mission trip. That's what I'm asking, even if it's just $1. I want to go and I want to help women on the islands. And only you're going to be able to help me get there. I'll pin that in comments. God bless you. I'm going to bathe my dogs today at Tractor Supply. That's what I'm doing for Mother's Day. God bless y'all. We love you guys. Thank you so much for rowing in our boat.